Hey guys, and welcome back to Omnifactory. On to episode number 24 now. In terms of off-cam work, I've done a little bit here and there. I've not done a lot because I've been away for a little bit, for a day or two. In terms of off-camera work, however, the majority of it's been done along these walls. So what I've got set up here is a distillation tower. We have the pyrolyze oven, which energy, that's going fine, and we have the implosion compressor. In terms of the reason why, so this guy right here is producing wood tar. So if we have a look at wood tar here, the way we've got it set up is to run through essentially this recipe here. You just keep the program circuit steam and it produces charcoal with any of the woods. We're using jungle wood. This is all set up, so if we go around the back, I decided to just use some of the excess kind of input hatches that we already had, so we've just gone with the MV stuff. I already had an MV fluid heater, so it's literally just used the stuff that we already had set up. We've got a storage bus in case we ever do need to access any of the coal. And then this right here is a fluid input bus, just taking it straight down. So that's that side. In terms of this one, so the distillation tower, it's only a 4 high distillation tower, as you can see. And the way we've got this one set up is a export bus of wood tar, and then the fluid's going straight back into the ME system. Pretty simple setup if you ask me, nothing major, but what that does allow us to do is get TNT. Surprisingly, that is the reason that we got it. So TNT is made using gelatoluene, I want to say, and sulfuric acid. Gelatoluene comes from either sugar, polyethylene pulp, which is just that 9 times per kind of sheet of polyethylene, if you want to say. We could do it that way. It's not exactly a hard way to do it, but just as a kind of time saver, I guess. Nothing else. I'm just gonna get some of the toluene that we've got going. So get a tank, and just to grab some of that. Where do we go? And we'll just sneak around and borrow this guy here. That should produce plenty. Probably what, 640 if that's coming through right, which is more than enough for now. In terms of the other fluids, I guess, that you get, so wood tar, as a byproduct from the distillation tower, we're getting creosote oil, phenol and benzene. So that's all being run through. Yeah, I figured we might as well get that all sorted. While I think on, I do want to go grab some normal water, because I don't think this guy's running. I think I forgot to set it back up. Oh no, that is... I forgot to put the insert back on. That's it. So that should be all running now. Perfect. Yeah. No, I can't remember why, but off camera I kind of disconnected it. What I've also done is I used the biodiesel to make what is it? It's the cetane boosted diesel. Yeah. So I made a few of this. I basically used the rest of our tetranitromethane that we have. As you can see, so tetranitromethane, there's literally none left in the system. I changed that all across into cetane boosted diesel, and we've got pretty much 92 buckets left. Because what we did get is all of the superconductor wires. And I'll get these kind of set up to go in. They'll make the superconducting core blocks. Not that we've not already got one. So yeah, I ran through the entirety of the thing. The only one that's left is the fusion core blocks, which is what we're in the process of making. So the hard part on this one, well, I guess not the hard part. The hard part in itself is the amount of tier 6 circuits that you use. It's 4 per block. Took a bit of time, but realistically the only thing that's manual at the moment is a quantumize, and I think power IC units as well, I'm not sure. I upgraded this one as well to an aqueduct oil blocks so that we can get Enderium on autocraft as well, just to save messing about. So yeah, use a bit of extra aqueduct on that side. Other than that, absolutely nothing really. And if we have a look, so 6 circuits, we've got exactly 64 in total tier 6s. We do have this guy as well, so the tier 6 microminer. We actually have this on semi-autocraft. Takes a few different things, but this is kind of what we've all got set up through autocrafting. The only thing that's missing is the IV field generators, which they are not hard to make. Again, the hardest part is the quantum stars, which is just radon and nether stars. I've got on a bit of a manual one at the moment, but if we ever do need that, probably run that through as well, because what I also have set up, so there's a few kind of auto crafting setups things that I've got working. In terms of our wood production, this is how I'm doing it. I'm using the phytogenic insulator, sorry, with jungle saplings, which in terms of jungle saplings, there's a jungle here. The map is a little bit all over the place on this part, but that is jungle right here, if you are kind of playing the same seed. But the actual phytogenic insulator itself is a really simple setup. So we're exporting water because it's the quickest way of getting it in. We are exporting flux phytogrow, which we have on full autocraft, which is amazing. And the rest of it is very simple. So we've got a storage drawer right here, which I've decided to absolutely max out with upgrades. So we're going to have about 450,000 logs, which is perfect. And then you have this guy here. So if you look at the kind of configuration, that's how it's set up. The top itself, because it'll only export the jungle saplings into there, you will literally just keep cycling those in and back. So with fluxed phytogrow, you get a 150% chance of getting a jungle sapling. So in essence, you're getting 1.5 jungle saplings. So you can't just constantly recycle it, and it goes into the output slot as well. The rest of it completely automated, again, because you can only put wood into there. We've got a storage bus, and yeah, the rest of it is really a really simple setup. A couple of drawers, export buses, and that's that. I'm not sure if I showed this last episode or not, but this is our kind of glass production. I decided I wanted a lot of glass, so we've got 458,000 blocks of glass, plus a little bit in backup. And oh yeah, so I did manage to get this done. And that itself, if we have a look at the controller, means that it runs at 917,500 EU per tick, but it doesn't. It actually runs at about 460, because each one of the input hatches in theory can accept twice as much energy as what it says. So in theory that's running at about 460, but as well as that, if you actually have a look at the assembly line and look at the uses, the most that you actually need on it is this one here. So we aren't quite up to this level just yet, but it's not hard to actually get it up to that level in itself. We can just use a couple of signal and cables here and there. It's touch and go, but in theory we can manually take this all the way through to the end game if needed. I put our TNT recipe in here because we've constantly got sulfuric acid as well. But let's check our toluene. All done, perfect. And yeah, so if we have a look here, the only thing that we're missing is these neutron reflectors, which needs quite a bit of tin alloy, tungsten carbide plates and beryllium plates, which I should have made just enough beryllium plates. This should, in theory, be the perfect amount. We'll see if I've done my math right. There we go. Then we have our tungsten carbide plates, and that just leaves the last little bit, the reinforced iridium plates. Now, if we actually have a look at the recipe, it's 4 TNT and 1 iridium alloy ingot, diamond dust, tungsten and iridium. So we've already got all of that stuff sorted, and I've actually made 32 already. So we've got enough on that side. Reinforced iridium. In theory, we should have everything that we need. That should get everything flying over here. So here we go, producing TNT. Let's see, get all of that brought in. It's going to take a little while to run through that. That should, yeah, taking it straight through here. As soon as, for every 4 TNT, it'll start making it straight way through and pulls it straight out. So yeah, absolutely perfect, running through absolutely fine. Now I guess we need to get the tin alloy. So how much of this do we actually need? So we're making 32. Let's just do a little bit of a calculation on my side. So 32 times 4608, 147,456 millibuckets. Beautiful. That divided by 144 is 1024 tin alloy. Okay. Tin alloy. 1024. So that'll get all that side running. We've got our beryllium plates, we've got our tungsten carbide plates, our iridium plates are coming through over halfway, so that's beautiful as well. Fluid extractor, which one is open at the moment? Let's have a look. That one, have we got any faster ones? Fluid extractor, yeah, that one will do fine. So once we've got all of the tin alloy, we'll get that done there. Iridium's almost done. Tin alloy. Okay. Do you know what? Let's get a export bus. A couple of acceleration cards. Glass cables. And tin alloy. Don't think I should be using anything that's tin alloyed at the moment, so it should be fine. There we go. Bang. There we go. Pop that in there. That will constantly export everything across. We don't need that in there. Perfect. So as that comes in, we'll get everything sorted on that side. Temporarily, let me grab. Sure, let's just break this for now. Fluid one. Take the insert off. Grab the soldering alloy. Grab another tank. In fact, while we're waiting on that, let's grab our Einsteinium. So I have this on autographed. The only thing that we're missing is the wither realm data, which we can quickly get. So wither matter. I must have been getting some snowballs. Sure. Wither. There we go. Wither realm. Okay, that's fine. Let's see how we're doing over here. Perfect, I should be able to go like that now, and the rest should automatically go into there without any problems. Let's go see if our iridium stuff's done. Iridium, it is beautiful. So we'll pop that in, we'll store our beryllium plates in there. And this should be making the neutron reflectors. Perfect, beautiful. Takes a bit of time, but it'll eventually get through them. And I will need to top the tin alloy up every now and again, but that's fine for now. Anyway, let's see how we're doing here. Halfway through. Is this done yet? Because I don't want to leave the export bus on. I think that's done. Wait, no, it's still pulling it through. Easy way to check. Yeah, so almost done, to be fair. Okay. And yeah, in terms of questing, let's have a look, see. So, late game wise, we've got the Signalum upgrade kit done. Again, it's not hard. Restonia, Signalum and Lumium at this point. Very easy. We went through and got the microminer sorted. Again, this is the sort of stuff that we've got: iridium heavy plating, Signalum, field generators. I made a few extra supercharged laser arrays simply because I had a bit of excess radon that I wanted to get into the system, so we've got about 30 of those, I think. Naquita wires, sure. Let's see, so Naquita dust, Naquita ingots, coil blocks, Enderium heavy plating, which really not hard at all. We've got resonant clathrates on Autocraft. The tier 6 microminer itself, which we've already shown, and that kind of gets you into your Omnium core. So we're getting into the true late game stuff on this side, that's for sure. Superconducting coil blocks, wires, draconium. So yeah, draconium itself. What I do want to show, so draconium, we have a lot of draconium. And we pretty much have it on Autocraft as well. So the only thing that we're short is the pristine matters, and I'll kind of explain. So draconium dust, if you have a look here, so in the chemical reactor, you get 1 draconium dust for a dragon's breath and a manulin dust. It is so much cheaper than doing the dragon scales. So draconium ingots, let's have a look, or hot draconium. There's 2 recipes, either 4 of the dragon scales or 1 draconium dust. Now if you have a look at the cetane boosted diesel, which is probably the expensive part at this point, it is 4 times as much cetane boosted diesel for only 2 times as many ingots. So it depends on, I guess, what way you're wanting to go through it. This one's also a little bit quicker, but again, it's quicker because it's half as many ingots. It doesn't make a difference really. So yeah, I decided to go through that, and then from that I was just doing manual jellied cryothium. So that's that side, I guess. Let's go back over here. We'll probably need to sort this guy out. Soldering alloy, grab that. We'll leave that on there. There we go. Pop that back in there. Go. Throw that on. How many have we got left? Not far off now. And yeah, what I did see actually is that it's asking us to get into this one, or at least get this done first before it's asking us to make the implosion compressor, which I can understand a little bit why, because you use these in the implosion compressor to get Omnium nuggets. Again, yeah, so that's kind of going through it that way, I guess. There's yeah, I can understand why it is there, but it's weird that it's asking you to do it that way when I suppose that we don't need. Why are we going into? Oh yeah, we're going into that to get these, which I suppose we didn't really need to do in this order. I just decided to do it to get out of the way, so I suppose that's why that'll be there. But either way, that's taking it outside. One other thing that I do want to get on with is this. So I want to unlock this just to kind of see where it'll take us. So palace, empowered palace. Yes, what are we missing? Water cell. That's fine. Cell should just be able to go like that. Palace. Yes, please. So that'll get that auto crafted. Then we needed some draconium, which we'll need the hot stuff first. That's fine. Let's think this one through. We need some sustain boosted diesel. Which, can I put this into here? Here we go. Where's our cetane? It's there. That's fine. Don't actually want to do it that way. But yeah, no, never mind. I will do it that way. It's 2 buckets per draconium, right? I just looked at the recipe and I've completely forgot. Yep, 2, that's fine. Get some draconium, get half a stack, and I'll just leave that in here to run. So yeah, I've been manually doing this. This is how I've been getting my draconium ingots for the superconductor blocks that I'll eventually run through, so there's no need to kind of worry on that side. The core itself was then 4 tungsten carbide ingots. There we go, get that on. And have we got our iridium stuff? Plates. What are they called? Reflectors. Okay. Hey, there we go. Why is that not pulled everything through? There we go. That's better. And it is almost. There we go. Perfect. That is the yeah, max temperature. There we go. 9700 Kelvin. Absolutely working beautifully. And if we have a look at our, I guess, coils, that's the last one of the blast furnaces. So we have pretty much got everything sorted on that side. We will be using these to get into the fusion reactors, looking at that. But in terms of blast furnace, we have our entire setup. So that's this hallway right here, in theory, apart from kind of the underneaths where we get a few kind of auto crafting mechanisms in there, this will more than likely be how it looks endgame, which yeah, I'm relatively pleased on that side, that's for sure. Yeah, absolutely stunned. Anyway, draconium, we have enough to get that sorted. 4, so that'll send 4 across. Draconium itself though, so it's done in the vacuum freezer with that, so cryothium dust, that'll do for now. It should be 32 I think that I need, so sure. Cryothium dust at this point is one of those things that we do use a lot of, so I have no quarrels with me actually making a fair bit of that. Why have you not made yet? What's what's happening here. Is it still making something for it? Let's cancel that one. Here we go. Perfect. There we go, half stack. Can pop our cetane boosters back in there. Fluid extractor. This should give us our 4 ingots. And we just jump back here temporarily. There we go. That should be all running. Yep, absolutely beautiful. We should be getting our palace through soon as well. There we go. So we've got our empowered palace, draconium core, draconic core. Beautiful. Our first delve into draconic evolution properly. So that's not opened anything up at all. Okay. I was kind of hoping it would, but that's fine. Anyway, so that's asking us to get that one done. What can we use this thing for? Anything kind of interesting? Can use it to get a resonant upgrade kit. That's not out of the question, to be honest. Particle generators. Okay. Then it's just the generic stuff. Anything kind of interesting on here? Powered emeradic crystals to take it to the Wyvern core. Ender energies, sure. Kind of upgrading them through. How far are we off of this? Oh, you can actually make that in itself, so that might be something that I'll use it to make. I'm not sure. Not sure how I'll end up using that in itself, but yeah, that's pretty much a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do in this episode done. I'm surprised I've been able to get it done relatively quick on this one. I do want to put the soldering alloy back in there and set that back to no, it's this one. Set that one back to insert. There we go. Let's have a look, see what we can do. I forgot to do one thing. I did forget to do one thing. I used all of my tier 6s. Oh dear. Oh, that's what I was doing. Here we go. With the realm data, get our Einsteinium. There we go. That should take everything over here. Here we go. Stabilize plutonium with the realm data. Ooh, I think on just because it restarted. There we go. So that's producing. That's through. Perfect. Let's grab another stack of wither realm datas. Probably should get that on autocraft, but I don't know. A few things that I do need to get on autocraft in itself, but it's like there's a lot of time needed to do it, and I just haven't got it at the moment, unfortunately. Other than that, everything's running through absolutely fine. Got a lot of kind of our base ores, base materials. In terms of all of our rubber wood as well, so I decided to get that all put through the centrifuge, so we've got a fair bit of methane and a few of these kind of plant balls from it. So if we have a look at plant balls, we basically have, wait, is it still going through? No, we're still running through all of that in itself, so yeah, there's a few different things on that one, but we're getting a bit of methane as well as byproduct and a few other things, but that's that side. Have we got our Einsteinium? Not quite yet. How far are we off it? Not enough energy. Wait, what? Don't tell me I've just lost this. No, 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 no. 75. Oh dear. What did I have this set up as? IV power. What does IV power do again? Oh my god. It was absolutely nowhere near enough. Let's see if we can quickly rectify this. So it needed 72,500 EU input hatches. Energy inputs. Yeah, so that's that side. Probably LUV. Not even enough on LUV. ZPM, how far are we off on it? Not far, actually. Can I do this? I should have got a couple. So I made a ZPM. That was something else that I was going to do. I was going to get this thing here, the ZPM compressor, because it's realistically not hard, but I decided against it just for now. I'm probably going to do that one off camera. It's a little bit tricky or fiddly as such, just because of the materials. Other than that, it's not a problem. We've got everything else sorted. We've even got the HHSE ingots on craft, so that's not a problem at all. ZPM machine, should have got one somewhere. LUV machine hull. What's the ZPM machine hull? ZPM. Did I not make this? Iridium configurate. I thought that I made this. ZPM machine hull. Could have sworn. Oh no, I made the iridium plates. Duh. There we go. Don't worry, I'm just partially losing my mind. Anyway, ZPM machine casing is then in an assembler with Aqueduct cables. That's fine. Aqueduct cables. Just need one of those. What are we missing? Aqueduct ingots. Oh, that's Aqueduct alloy. Aqueduct ingots is just smelted, right? Let's pop those guys over here. So yeah, Naquita is literally just a furnace recipe. Probably should get that set up. In fact, let's do that now, I guess. Naquita dust in a smeltery. Rubber. That should... No, that must be in the back one. There we go. So we've got Naquita on point. Naquita in itself, so let's grab 32 of those. Just grab the 2 for now. This one. And that wants to go in here, right? No, what do you need? Okay. Polytetrafluoroethylene. How do we get this? Tetrafluoroethylene, air, and oxygen. Okay, so I am a little bit further off than I thought. Hydrofluoric acid and chloroform. Can we make a little bit of this? Just temporarily? Because I don't want to lose the materials in this. If I can help it. Polytetro, wasn't that? Is it? That one. So, what do we need? Chemical reactor with oxygen and tetrafluoroethylene. Hydrofluoric acid. Have we got some of you? Hydrofluoric acid. No, but we should be able to make that fairly simply, right? Fluorine and hydrogen. Fluorine in itself we can get from electrolyzing mica lepidolite. We should have got some of this. Lepi. That's fine. Let's grab a little bit more. That should be enough for now. Electrolyzer, let's go over to this one. Got a couple of tanks on me, perfect. Just make sure this isn't in here for a second. Turn that off. There we go, that'll get us the fluorine. Yep, perfect. One more through. So I've got 10 buckets of fluorine, the rest of it, sure, oxygen can go back in. Right, so we've got our fluorine. Hydrofluoric acid is just hydrogen, that's easy enough. Do I have a chemical reactor that's already got hydrogen in? Again, this is something that I'll probably have to get a setup done off camera. Realistically, it shouldn't be hard at all to get this this one set up. Do I have an empty chemical reactor at all? Yes, perfect. Hydrogen, fairly short actually. There we go. Jump over to this guy. There we go. Hydrofluoric acid. Pull that out. Okay, so we've got the hydrofluoric acid. And then we just need this thing right here. So chloroform. Guessing chlorine and chlorine and methane. Really? Oh. Hydrochloric acid and chloroform. Which is then, what is it, 1 to 1? 2 to 1. So we only need 5 buckets of chloroform. So we need 5 buckets of methane. That should be very simple. Go. That's that side. The rest of it is chlorine. Throw that into here. 3, 4, 5. With some chlorine. No. Chloroform. Ah, okay. Needs a program circuit. Circuit. No, not tier 2, tier 1. That right? Yeah, configuration 1. There we go. That'll run through, get us our chloroform. Which, sure, will go like that. That, and then this is what? Just a combination of them both. That's easy enough. Chloroform and that'll run through in there. Can throw that one in there. Another bucket there, that's fine. Diluted hydrochloric. Oh no, what have I done? What? Oh no, you just got rid of half of my stuff. I had no idea that would have happened. Ay. Anyway, that's the tetrafluoride ethylene in its poly version, so that's very simple as well. Get some oxygen. Do I have any of this stuff in here? Yeah, we've got that one in. And we had that one in as well, perfect. So, grab a bit of oxygen. Throw that in there. Get that. starts with configuration 0. That should run through, get some polytetrafluoroethylene. Very, very temporary setup, just so that I can quickly move across into that side, and if I'm honest, I am probably just going to avoid a lot of that as well. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Polyethylene, oxygen. Hey. Oh dear. Let's just temporarily use this one. Insert off, pull you out, pop you in. There we go. Very, very, very temporary setup. There we go. Okay, so that's our ZPM machine hole. I swear we made one of those before. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's why. That explains why I thought I'd done it. Never mind. Anyway, that's fine. Let's make the energy input hatch then. So, energy input. What did it need? It needed Naquadah cables. Naquadah. Going through the rest of those ones through there. Naquadah cable for an input hatch. That there for the ZPM, which isn't quite. I've just thought I need to make another one. I need to make another one. That can stay in there though. Iridium. Some Naquadah. So I need to make a CF for ZPM. This one here, which needs Enderium wires, Enderium energy conduits, and a first ES. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna admit defeat. I'm gonna have to admit defeat. Oh no. I wonder if it would get away with that or not. Clearly I can't use that just yet. Okay. Let me... I do want to test one thing. Can I use this one? So LUV... Then we want some LUV cabling, which is signalum wires. Make 8, I think. No, 12. Maybe 12 of those. Wait, hold the phone. No. Okay, very, very temporary solution again. Grab these. And grab you. Let's see if this works. In theory, I can put that in there. Hope that's not... Yeah, that's fine. Grab the CF. That's filling itself back up LUV style. Perfect. 16x cables. Bang, bang, bang. Are you missing input? Ah! Please, Einsteinium. No, I've lost it. Ah, so much. Oh well. That's really annoying. Well, I'll have to get a few bits done off camera, see if that will even work. I'm not sure, but yeah, a few different things that I do definitely need to look into. In terms of the episode itself, not a lot of amazing progression done, I guess. We got a few bits here and there. The actual kind of pack itself is getting a lot harder to kind of record in itself, just because there's a lot of work that needs to be done in between episodes, I guess, more than anything. But we'll certainly keep hammering down the pack. It's not a case that I'm not enjoying it or anything. It's a case that it's just getting a little bit difficult recording wise. Yeah, bit of a fail of an episode, let's face it. But if you are going to be sticking around for the remainder of the series, do hit that subscribe button to stay tuned. Enjoy the fail of an episode. Laugh at me in the comments if you lose. Yeah, no, that's a fair amount of resources down the drain, if I'm honest. That's why I was hoping that we wouldn't lose it, but yeah. That one hurts. See you later, guys. Thanks, and goodbye.